Alright guys, welcome to my live review of Saw X. I'm on an hour break, so I'm gonna try and make this review as good as possible, because unlike my other live reviews, I just wanted to talk about it while I am walking around the mall. If you guys can tell, I'm walking around the mall, including, you know, it's easier to talk about this movie nowadays. I still have the ticket, so I just wanted to do a live review, give you guys my thoughts, and give you guys my backstory. You know, about everything else. Because, let me be honest, I have not seen some of the Saw movies. I recently watched Saw 5 with my sister to understand what Saw really is. Like, I know what Saw technically is. It's about like a bunch of people that gets in traps. That's it, all I knew. But then like when I walked into seeing Saw X, I saw it with my sister Deja at the time. And oh my god, this freaking movie is wild, but at the same goddamn time, it is the most disgusting thing I have seen in my entire life. And I thought it was worse with the gruesome. This movie and Saw 5, for example, but this movie, oh my god, bro. Now, the reason why I am so late to the party to talk about Saw X is because, like, right now, I am still in, like, the middle of Halloween-ish. I still gotta review Scooby-Doo Ghoul School. I still gotta do stuff for Spider Week, so I thought a live review would be a perfect idea, right? So, I thought I'd just walk around and go sit somewhere, talk with you guys for like an hour, because I'm on break for an hour, and talk to you guys about this freaking movie, because there is so many things that I'm gonna spoil it. And if you guys have not seen Saw X, do not watch this stream, all right? You have been warned. Let's talk about Saw X now, and I'm gonna talk about the whole freaking movie, the whole movie. So this is gonna be a long freaking stream, and I've been watching people's movie reactions on this movie. Pugapillar's exact reaction to this movie is freaking insane. So let me just say, so as you guys don't know, this movie is set near Saw 1 and 2. Never seen them, but I've read some stuff about them. That's all I did. But I went in this movie with an open mind. Now let me pull out the ticket and just, hey Tyfly, hey Tyler, here's the ticket to Saw X. Still kept it, along with my Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny ticket. I keep it in my wallet until I find like a different safe place with it. Hey Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Now, it follows John Kramer, and if you guys don't know what John Kramer is doing in this film, at first I was kind of confused. I was like, oh yeah, he was sick. He had like a brain tumor. So he has like a brain tumor. Doing good. I'm on break, so I'm making this live review and talking about the movie. So he has like this brain tumor, and basically he has like a month to live. So John decided that he didn't know what he was gonna do with his life. He doesn't know, and if you guys don't know, John Kramer is Jigsaw. He's the dude that comes up with the freaking traps. And my question is though, like, they could have just pieces up together. Like, there was a lot of things going on in this movie that kind of caught me off guard watching it, you know? Anyways, so John goes to this like coffee area, and he meets with somebody who also had like a stomach kind of cancer. I don't know what it is. You guys can tell me. But like he has. If you guys are wondering what I'm stepping on, this is what I'm stepping on. I'm on break from work, so that's the best way I can do this review. Just hanging out with my brother in the middle of school, and because my mom's taking a... Okay, it's nice. for tuning. But anyways, so John goes in and he goes like to take a drink, and he sees this guy who cleans the hospitals because John had to go talk to the doctor. Before we get to the coffee area, let's talk about this trap. So he gets the drink, and he sees this dude try to swipe a golden watch, a couple of cash, and all of a sudden this dude's on a trap. And this trap particularly grossed me the frick out. I was like sitting there like, what the frick is going on here? So so basically the dude has to break all of his fingers or else he loses his eyes and he's done for. He's gone. The dude, oh my God, he broke only 2 fingers. 2 fingers. And he like had like what, 30 seconds? I think John gave him. And all of a sudden, shunk! He lost his eyelids. And I'm just sitting in the theater like, oh my God! I was sitting there like, I was gagging too. Like, this movie's freaking gruesome. This movie's freaking gruesome. And basically, oh yeah, it's all like a daydream thing. And I was like, oh, thank God. Oh my God. My tummy was hurting throughout that entire part of the film. Oh, I don't think that was the one that got me, but we'll get to that soon. Anyways, back in like the coffee area, he meets up with someone that he had like a group kind of thing where like people with cancer talk. And the guy that he like goes to these like things with is there, and he's like, oh yeah, I got surgery on my stomach. They technically figure out a way to get rid of my cancer like that. And and then like he gives him like a note, which is a link to the doctor that like helped him. So of course John goes and checks in and sees what this is. And by the way, let me just say, I knew this was fraudness. Like I've seen fraud stuff in the like other films. So especially like let's be honest, I watched so many Lifetime movies with my mom. So when I was watching this movie, I was like, okay, this person's a fraud, and he's helping them. Anyways, I just thought to throw that out there. Anyways, so basically he takes the link, and then the doctor calls him. Now, believe it or not, this doctor, she is a complete waste of, she's not a waste of a character, but Jesus, you'll see what I mean when we get to what her part is. Anyway, she said, hey, I could help you with your brain tumor in like 3 months. And he's like, I don't have 3 months. She's like, okay, we could do it like maybe next 3 weeks. He's like, okay. So he goes all the way to Mexico to get this surgery that could probably save his life. And he believes this. And he meets all these doctors, and he believes that he could maybe get like, if he can get cured, then maybe, hey, we'll see what happens, you know? So, believe it or not, he of course tells her, he doesn't tell her that he's a freaking psychopath that goes in, kidnaps bad people, and murders them. Like, I'm not kidding you. He doesn't tell her that, but he's like, I do like a thing where I change people's lives and help them change. I was like, you called putting people in a trap changing people? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I was just like sitting there like thinking to myself, and my sister Deja was right next to me, and she's like, you believe every word he says? I'm like, honestly, I don't even know. Like, it's so weird because, like, the dude is in his 80s. He's 80 years old. I did my research. And even for an 80-year-old man, like, he doesn't look 80. So it's kind of crazy to me. Anyway, so he goes in, he gets the surgery, right? Or so he thought. And he was, the doctor's like, go live the rest of your life. Have the best time, knowing that we practically ripped you off. So John, of course, didn't want to be Jigsaw anymore. So I was like thinking to myself, would he give up being Jigsaw even though he's cured from his like brain tumor? I feel like that wouldn't, but okay. Anyways, so John goes over and gives him like a bottle of whiskey, I believe. I don't know. I'm not a drinker. I mean, even if I do, I do drink beer now because I'm 21 years old, but I'm not like a drinker. So it's understandable. Sorry about the wind in the background. So here comes the part that just, I knew it was a fraudness. So he goes over there. They're gone. Like literally gone. And basically John goes over there and realizes, he takes off the bandage, and oh, he went full on rage, man. There was moments when I was watching this movie, I was like, John, you're not cured. Like, there is moments when you're looking at John Kramer and you're like, dude, you're not cured. Even I know that. So he checks, and he was not. And he was ticked. So he has his like jigsaw associates to help him track down all these people and all that, and then takes them to, again with the wind, I'm gonna get on a table real quick. There's a bunch of kids next to me, but anyways, he gets to take them back to the area where they all are. And let's be honest, all of the people that's in this movie that are in these traps are complete frauds. Like, there was this one dude who drove him there, who's actually the surgery doctor, and he got the worst trap of, well, he didn't like die from the trap, but I'm pretty sure he's dead now, like after giving John everything he needs to know about them, because he was the cab driver and he was supposed to be the doctor that gave him the surgery. But literally he has him, and he takes him and he puts like a trap where there's bombs on his arms. I'm not even kidding. And he literally has like claws like outside, like taped up. It's like a Wolverine claw, but like duct taped. And he had to literally move, and this is, he literally has to move the bomb off of his arm and throw it where, it was like one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen, but it's not as disgusting as the next trap. But yeah, he's the one that gave them all up, you know. And so Jigsaw has another, John gives them a chance, and he was like yelling at them like, you never helped these people, did you? Did you never cure them? Did you ever even try? No, they did not. That's the answer I'm gonna tell you guys. No, he does not. They do not. And basically, he had one of them, and this is the most disgusting trap ever that made me, this and the next trap that made me gag so much, where I almost ran out of the theater and vomited. Because these movies are not for kids, and they could scar these kids, whoever watches them. So he had one of the doctors, I don't know her name. Like, honestly, all of them are so forgettable, and I think that's one of my problems with the film, is that all of the doctors, including the main one, is forgettable. I was mostly just happy that they were gonna die, because they deserved it. Let's be honest, they freaking deserved it. They literally left John Kramer and made him believe, oh, I was cured. So he puts them in this trap, and anyways, he has this one doctor, literally, she has like, what, 3 minutes to cut off her leg, take a little pipe thing, shove it into the area where she cut the leg, and blood has to go through, and once it was disgusting, and if not, the thing will chop her head. Well, she died, and it chopped her head off, and it was the most gruesomest thing, and I was just like, thinking to myself, why did I put myself through this? Why did I put myself through this? And then I was just like, and it like, they tried to make it also where John has to learn that maybe leaving, I don't know how to explain it, but maybe like putting them in this trap would teach them a lesson, and then like they can live happily ever after. Not all of them, let's be honest. The next trap is the most, I don't don't want to think about it right now, but I do, because I have to tell you guys this trap. So this trap is basically where one of the doctors has to surgically remove bits and pieces of his brain. If not, he gets fried to death. When I first saw that, I literally was in my seat, literally like gagging. It was so bad that literally when he died, I was like, thank God that was over. My stomach was hurting throughout the film. Let me be honest, my stomach was hurting throughout the film. But when they decided to show that, I was like, oh my God. Now to the most gruesome trap I have ever seen. One of them. Because the final one, it was just, let's be honest, it was just a bunch of blood gurgling and drowning the person to death. That's the only thing cool about that trap. But like, other than that, it was just forgettable. But this coming trap that I'm gonna talk about, oh my God, I felt that pain. So literally, John had this person break both her leg and her arm to get off this trap. And she's like lifted up, and if she doesn't, she gets like mentally like fried to death. And I'm sitting there like, oh no, this is not what I think it's gonna be. She goes for the leg first, and I'm literally in my seat in the theater like I was lifting my leg, feeling the pain, like, because I broke my leg when I was 17 years old. But I was feeling that pain so badly, like, it was bad. Oh my God, that was one of the worst traps I've watched in any film. And I saw the 5th one, and that was more gruesome. Oh my God. But yeah, she of course survives. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention the main doctor, the one that's the main focus also, she called her friend, the dude that got surgery on his neck, I forgot to mention him, but really it's her boyfriend. Yeah, I don't know why, but apparently he brought a gun, and then he betrays them, and then like he lets the doctor go, and we find out, oh yeah, they're dating. Okay, I kind of knew it, because like you could tell the vibe that he was giving throughout his performance. I was like, okay, bro, okay. And then like she's like, John Kramer, Jigsaw. I was just sitting there like, okay, that is the weirdest performance you ever given throughout this entire film, but okay. And then she goes up and snaps the person that survives neck, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, she went there, didn't she? Okay. Whatever happens, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking watching this. Then she brings the kid in, the kid that John Kramer, of course, friends out. I left like a lot of things out because like I don't want to spend my whole break streaming and reviewing this movie, but she takes the kid in there, she puts him in the trap with Jigsaw and like John, and John gets like literally covered in freaking blood, right? I'm gonna keep walking. So they go out, you know, and the dude asks like, hang on, if you were supposed to be in that trap, who else was supposed to be on there with you? As soon as she moved the bag and I heard the music, I'm like, oh, is this gonna be like one of those twists that like every Saw movie has, and it has the twist where they already know he was part of everything, how they knew they were gonna betray them, how they knew I was just like sitting there like, of course they were gonna do that. This is a freaking Saw film. So of course I knew that was gonna happen. But honestly, like, what else did you expect? You know? And of course, how much of a gangster John Kramer is, he gives the money to the kid. He told the kid, you are a warrior, for one. He gives the money to the kid, he walks off and leaves her there to die, where her boyfriend is literally laying there dying because of the gas. And I'm sitting there watching this movie like, John Kramer is a gangster for doing that. Oh my God. But that was like, I was sitting there like, geez Louise, John, you really just freaking left them there to die. Hey, you do not mess with Jigsaw. You don't mess with them. So, of course, the movie ends, and then we get an after credit scene. Now, the detective returns. And I know the detective, because again, I watched Saw 5, and it's the dude that requested John Kramer to go. And he doesn't have the cut anymore. So I'm sitting there watching this movie, I'm like, so this dude was in on it too. Nice! So I'm glad, and the movie was over. And I walked out of the theater with my stomach aching, and me just saying, okay, I need to check out the other ones. Because if it's that good of a film, that to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go check out the sequel, check out the other movies before watching this again. And I'm glad that I'm gonna do that, because after this live review and after November and Christmas time, I'm gonna watch the Saw movies from their entireties, all of them. Yes, again, I'm gonna watch Saw 5, even though it was hard to sit through that, and I'm gonna sit through this one. So I'm very excited to check out the rest of the movies, because honestly, this one was a big surprise. I was actually really interested in checking this movie out. But yeah, Saw X, I'm gonna give it a flat out 10 out of 10. This movie, oh my God, it was, I'm a Saw fan now, guys. I'm a Saw fan. Give me a clap, at least. I became a Saw fan. All it took was me to go see the newest movie to be a Saw fan. All right, I think I'm done. And Gamvius just uploaded another video, which I'm gonna go check out right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. It's 21 minutes and 42 seconds, 40. I'm gonna let it keep going, but thank you guys so much for watching this live review of Saw X, me just spoiling the crap out of this movie. I don't do this often, but if you guys want me to do it again, if I am too late to see the movie, and if it's already been out for like well over 2 months, I will make another video, make a stream like this again if I have to, like if I'm on break. But thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. You guys know what to do. What did you guys think of Saw X? You guys let me know. All right, take care, you guys. Thank you guys again.